what it's like to live on a nuclear submarine for 6 months. A British submarine has broken a claustrophobic record. It spent more than 6 months out on patrol. How did the crew cope with it? British submarines are sometimes called sun dodgers. Their service requires extraordinary endurance. It's not just the lack of sunlight or fresh air. No personal telephones or transmitting devices are allowed on board. Any transmissions could be intercepted by enemies. So crew members spend long periods of time in total isolation. They have a limited idea of what goes on in the outside world. Ballistic missile submarines are the worst. These are strategic vessels armed with nuclear weapons. There's nothing to do on deployment. Other submarines might chase someone or gather intelligence, but an SSBN just goes somewhere and lays low. They stay there until further orders. The crew usually has no idea how long they'll be on patrol. This is very taxing mentally. Being confined in close quarters with nothing to do is hard. The sailors have very little private space. No matter how large a submarine is, space is limited. Every available square inch is taken up by supplies. Most sailors only have a bunk and a curtain for privacy. Only the commander has his own cabin. It's always located near the control room. The commander needs to be able to respond quickly. The crew can exercise on running machines and by lifting weights, but food quickly becomes an issue. Fresh food runs out after a few weeks. Then it's all canned and dried food for months. American submariners say a boat smells like ramen, fish, and feet. A submarine day lasts 18 hours. It's split into 3 6-hour shifts. There's no natural light, of course. The schedule is maintained artificially. The crew eats in the mess. The mess deck is the only common space in a submarine. It's also used for training and study. Trash disposal in a submarine is also complicated. All trash is tightly compacted in a cylindrical steel mesh container. It's weighted and sunk to the bottom. Some types of trash, such as plastic, have to be brought back to the surface. This garbage simply accumulates on board until the vessel surfaces. The sailors receive weekly family grams from their loved ones. These 120-word messages are a welcome contact to the outside, but the sailors can't reply to them. The protocol for breaking cover is very strict. If someone gets sick, the crew will have to deal with it. If someone dies, ditto. Surfacing without authorization is out of the question. The only thing that helps to keep sane is camaraderie. Submariners are very rigorously selected and trained. Still, some say a 6-month deployment is dangerous. It can leave lasting mental damage. Why do people volunteer for the silent service then? Well, submariners are a Navy class unto themselves. There are very few submariners compared to other Navy personnel. They like the sense of being unique. They also like the salary. In the UK, the average base pay is £33,465 per year. That's around $40,000, about a quarter more than on surface ships. In the US, that figure is $65,139. Of course, it also depends on the rank and time in service.
It's an amazing place to learn teamwork. You build the best relationships ever, and everything you do is about saving life. There's a real sense of purpose and achieving amazing things.
Ryan Ramsey, former submarine commander, Royal Navy.